Hello and welcome everybody to the 14th episode of the Founders Forum. Today's episode is about the American and Venezuelan conflict in 2025. Yeah, let's get right into it. So, in 2025, there's been a major increase of the percentage, chance of war with Venezuela. And now, when most people hear this, it's kind of shocking because the U.S. hasn't really been to war directly in war in a very long time. But yeah, it's a very increasing problem. And like I said in the other video, it's not really like Venezuela is not really a threat to us. They are decently close, but there is ocean between us. Um, they're not a nuclear capable country. Um, it's not really it's not a, what I'm trying to say here is that they're not really a threat to us. But the real problem is if they bring their allies like Russia, China, or North Korea, because that would be a problem. And of course, we're assuming that's the only reason why Venezuela is acting so tough. Um, is because they'll just bring in an ally. And if you've seen those videos of the training the civilians to go against us, because they're saying that Trump will send an army there and storm the beaches of Venezuela, and civilians will be there to stop us. But if you've seen the videos, it's quite embarrassing for Venezuela. But now I guess the reasons why, well, originally it could be that or no, a couple of reasons. Number one is to the people were saying that it was a distraction against the Epstein files, but I actually don't even think so. I think it's a lot of reasons, but I guess I'll just tell you some. Number one was the drugs. Um, many drug vessels have been coming in from Venezuela across the ocean, and when Trump took office, we began airstriking them. Not just sending out naval boats or the Coast Guard or whatever, right? Well, we used to do that, but now it's no joke. We're airstriking them. And of course, Pete Hegseth is getting hate because um, a little while ago they struck in a vessel, right, blew it up, and then they hit it again. So that could be seen as a war crime in some way, but whatever. That just we're just doing what we need to do, right? So yeah, the original reason was to stop the drugs from pouring into the country, and because we know that Maduro has is aligned with the cartels or with the gangs that that flood into our country. Because he's making money off of it too, and that's why there's a $50 million bounty on his head, which is double than Osama bin Laden, by the way. So, that's nice. Um, and they're saying that Maduro could flee to like another country or something, but that's not gonna happen because I think we would intercept before he could. But yeah, the U.S. military has definitely increased a significant presence in the Caribbean Ocean, or just the Caribbean area surrounding Venezuela. We're sending bombers over there as a show of force. Because really, we could just wipe them off the map. We probably won't because that's not really ethical. But yeah, it could happen. And Venezuela knows it too. We're Trump's labeling some of the groups as terrorist groups because they kind of are. I mean, they're killing our citizens, not directly, but they're bringing drugs in, and so that's how it's happening. So you know, and then the second reason is that you know it's oil. Oil is the reason why we're sending, or we could be sending troops there. Um, Venezuela is very rich in oil. That's one of their biggest, you know, exports. And the U.S. we love oil, so that's it's a big reason why. But yeah, and a couple months ago, the U.S. actually seized an oil tanker, a very big one. So I think it was, I don't have the exact number, like 90 tons of oil or something like that, or maybe a lot more. Again, not really sure, but um, yeah, we have oil sanctions against Venezuela, which is actually crippling to them. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just, do I think we're gonna go to war with them? Probably not. I'd say 40% chance that we will. Only because I I don't know. I think it's not that important. All we need to do really is just stop, the the drug vessels from coming in. We continue our airstrikes. We don't need to waste our time by sending troops there, or you know. And again, listen, if there is a deeper meaning behind it, you know, come on, Trump, let us know. Because if it is worth it, then I guess we could do it, right? But I don't think we should. I don't think we will. And I guess that's really all there is to it. So, yeah, it's that.